Folks, if you have legal matters that involve firearms, then you really need to call California's firearm lawyer, John Dillon, especially if you have questions about red flag laws, gun registration, gun transportation, or maybe you just need to know that your guns are California compliant. Call our trusted firearms attorney, John Dillon. John Dillon specializes in California gun laws. Call 760-642-7150, or you can visit his website at DillonLawGP.com. Before you get started, KUSI wanted me to thank you for all of the, because we were talking about you and John Dillon, and Tommy was just basically saying, God, first he started talking about you. He says, he's such a great interview. I said, well, he does a lot of work.
Oh, that's nice. Tommy's a great guy.
Yeah, and then he turned around, he says, and then there's that John Dillon. He says, man, you talk about somebody that knows gun laws. He says.
He didn't have to go that far. Let's go back to the. He was complimenting me.
Let's did you really need to go that far, Dave?
John's the best. Tommy, if you're listening out there at KUSI, you guys are absolutely awesome. And John really is good. I'm glad he said that.
Well, I'm glad now that they found him. Because they weren't.
I introduced him.
Yeah, because they weren't using him before. They weren't using. Well, they were using some people, but yeah. So and I just wanted to.
Yeah, John's the best. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to be on KUSI a week from today in the morning. We're going to talk about the roster.
Right, and I hooked you up with Jason Ostell.
Yeah,
I got you scheduled to do heavy. I know you'd rather have Ginger or somebody. But too bad, but. And he's now become
Jason and
a new
Paul,
gun owner.
Yeah, Jason's a new gun owner. He and I, oh man, often it's hilarious when I sit there. All those anchors, and it's not just KUSI,
right? It's anywhere you go.
All these anchors, you'd be shocked. All these anchors kind of off air go, and they start asking me about guns and CCWs and everything. You'd be shocked.
I just came up with one of my wonderful ideas.
What's that?
A gun social.
With reporters,
8, 10, 39, Fox, CW, and KUSI.
I think we should have a contest to see which station.
Get two per store. Set it up. Get two per station.
Artie Ojeda. Do you think Artie Ojeda can shoot a gun from NBC?
Oh yeah.
What would you call it though? I mean, it can't. It's got to be as cool as Guns N' Moses. What
well, it's got to be.
I don't know.
KUSI News Shootout.
Yeah, well, or just,
Okay, Guns N' Moses still is way on top.
But you can't use Guns N' Moses just for that.
No, I said as cool as.
There's
got to be a bar to reach for.
But I mean, seriously, wouldn't that be, I
think it's a good idea. Honestly, we've tried to do that with reporters in the past, and getting on a reporter's calendar with something that's not a news story is like,
but even
it's really difficult.
Do it off hours.
Well, you got to be careful, too. The last time I saw a reporter do that, wasn't it a traumatic experience and PTSD and all that stuff from New York?
Well,
you'd be surprised, though. You'd truly be surprised. Think of everybody listening out there, think of the anchor you watch every night, whatever station, and I'll bet you they've pulled me aside and said, hey, man, and talked about guns.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, because they're all curious about them.
Yeah.
And the ones that are asking the questions have never been around a gun.
Well, they're curious, and Joe and I have talked about this. It kind of cuts across, at the end of the day, if you put all the political rhetoric aside,
right,
when people want protection, they know, okay, I want to be able to defend myself. That equals firearm.
Do I want a baseball bat?
No, I don't want a baseball bat.
Do I want a knife? Ooh,
I don't want a frying pan.
No.
Well, and the other thing, too, with news folks, people in that industry, no matter what they say on air, they all know. They see the statistics. They see what's happening, like in San Diego with crime and stuff like that. So, I would think they're even more concerned probably than the average citizen would be, because they get to see that.
I agree.
Okay. But one of our great listeners, Guns and Newsies. NEWIES for the TV shootout.
All right. Hey, so everybody, Bruin decision, the Supreme Court. Wasn't Bruin the bad guy? How come we're not calling it the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association decision?
Because it's easier to say Bruin than it is to say NYSRPA.
Yeah, sounds like the U.S. It was like UCLA. Aren't they the Bruins? Sounds like it was like a UCLA thing.
Yeah, right.
All right, so the Bruin decision, the Supreme Court decision that said no more good cause. And if you go on our social media, Orange County, Inland Empire, San Diego social media, you will see me and our buddy Bill Deasy, the CCW instructor.
I saw that.
Did you see that? What'd you see?
I saw him having a little bit of trouble with his new flamethrower thrower there.
Oh, I see, but I didn't click on the video.
He won
it.
He won the flamethrower, and he and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but it was he and I that sat down and put together the Good Cause Worksheet years ago that's helped thousands of people get their CCW. And so we decided that the most appropriate thing to do today was to go to the Glock store parking lot and use the flamethrower on a Good Cause Worksheet, because there is no more need for good cause. So there's no more need for a Good Cause Worksheet.
Are you excited?
So we just
wanted
flamed.
them, but you had 13 fire extinguishers around it for some reason.
Well, for a lot of good reasons. It was kind of funny. It was seriously started out as like a, hey, what are you doing? The next thing I know, we're in a parking lot.
And then it was here, hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Hey, man, what's going on? Nothing. What are you doing? Nothing. Next thing I know, we're in a parking lot with a flamethrower.
Was it a great prize?
Yeah, it was. But the prize really is the fact that like, as much as I really liked that Good Cause Worksheet, and as proud as we are of all the work that we did, really want to get the message out there. There is no more need for good cause. There is no more need for good cause. Just put NA where it asks for good cause until they update the application.
Oh, put NA.
NA, not applicable. And I'll tell you, it's, I've talked to people. I was talking to a guy about a week ago and said, you don't have to, no more good cause statement, no more good cause worksheet. And he goes, oh, okay, great. That's wonderful. So I think I'll be able to get it. And he started describing his good cause. I'm like, no. What did I just say? So people are so used to the idea that they have to do this.
Well, and how do you know the person behind the counter is not going to just automatically say, where's your good cause letter?
The clerks, well, I know for a fact they had a big meeting, and I've talked to them, and that comes from the highest authority, and we've already had people go through and put NA. Just put NA, just put NA. They're very cooperative. They want to get you your CCW. Something like 700 or 800 applications just since the Supreme Court decision came out. That's huge. I mean, what do they approve, Joe? Like 200 a month on a... I don't know.
On a good month, yeah.
Well, and your next appointment is April 13th.
Yeah, you guys.
And that's Jason.
You're going to have to be really, really patient. They're working on it. What drives me nuts is you get folks that automatically fall back on like a conspiracy theory, like, oh, the sheriff doesn't want us to have a CCW, so they're pushing the blah, blah, blah. That's not what's going on. Everybody in the entire state was just told you can get a CCW. Just be patient. We're working. Everybody's working hard on it.
What do you think the bottleneck is? Because
I know what the bottleneck is.
Because you made an awesome statement last week.
Yeah.
When you said when you walk in and fill out for your background, they know instantly.
Right. Well, so the bottleneck is the California Department of Justice. Everything gets processed through them, and they need a department with like 30 people, and they have like 3. So it's just processing. It is, but it's that they're not putting the state, not the sheriffs, but the state. They're not putting this as a priority, whether or not they're doing it on purpose doesn't matter. What matters is that we have to get. They need funding. They need to hire people. They need to take this seriously.
And the chances of that are
we got to vote the right people in. We got to put pressure on the politicians, and then we got to take them back to court, because now we have this great tool. The fight's not over. It just started, and we just got the best tool we could, an amazing tool for the toolbox, which is the Bruin decision.
You just can't use it yet.
Well,
because there's a bottle there.
Yeah, well, we're getting there.
We're getting there. It's a hammer. Mortgage, primeres.com/Alpine. Hey, if you're interested in looking to buy, refi, or if just maybe reverse mortgage information, call our mortgage guy, Chris Wiley at PRMI Mortgage. For nearly 25 years, Chris has been helping local San Diegans with all their mortgage needs. They make it super easy. Work with a friendly expert team that will help you get the best deal on a mortgage. Call Chris Wiley, 619-722-1303. And just go to primeres.com/Alpine.
So we want to talk even more. We just talked about it at the beginning. We talked about it with Beth. We want to talk even more about the Bruin decision and really, truly make clear that the important thing to remember is that there is no more subjectivity. That's really what happened, and not just in the good cause. Like, everybody's really focused on getting rid of good cause, which is great. That's important, but no subjectivity across the board. So you're seeing California. Did you watch the press conference the Attorney General gave? on Friday? Joe?
No, I didn't see it.
It was vile. It was no less than vile. He was basically saying, look, we respect the Second Amendment, but, we're tired of all these gun owners. He was basically implying that CCW holders were responsible for
deplorable.
Well, we're responsible for like school shootings and that sort of thing.
But see, that's the standard response.
Sure.
Exactly what the governor said. In,
What else is he
in
gonna
New York.
say?
I mean, that's the
Vile.
standard response.
It's
on that
vile.
side.
So anyway, he started talking about like, well, hey, all right, they said no good cause, but they didn't say they said we still have good moral character, and basically the implication was that they were going to shift all the subjectivity over and call it good moral character, and that was going to be constitutional. It's not going to stand.
No.
Well, part of what they're doing, I think, was in New York, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I think part of the New
Yep.
York thing was they want to review now when you purchase a firearm, they're going to review your social media. I think that was the New York one. So I get them mixed up sometimes. I don't know if that was being proposed out here yet, or that was New York. But I think it was the New York law. And that goes to what you were just talking about, the good character thing, right? So now some goofball bureaucrat is going to determine, whether I have good character by looking at my Facebook posts.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's the kind of stuff they're going to do, though. That's
And
why
who
you're
makes
saying,
that ruling?
Well,
exactly.
That's what you're.
It's
saying.
subjective.
That's what we're saying. Yeah, and so the fight is just starting here again. But like you were saying, we have more tools now.
We have a nice big tool in the toolbox called the Bruin decision.
John Dillon told us when he left the other night, so much for vacation. Because he said
He's got a lot going on.
I'm going to be so busy in the next couple of years. He says, I'm glad I went on the one I went on when I went on it.
Well, we're
What did you say?
He said he's glad he went on the one he went on when he went on the one he went
When
on.
he went on the way on.
He look for San Diego, Orange, and Inland Empire to. We're going to send out a response to the Attorney General, the governor, and the pro tem leader in the Senate, calling for an independent investigation for in essence being doxxed. That's exactly what happened. Every CCW
I agree.
holder got doxxed.
And just tell them if you need more information on me, just check your list that you exposed.
Yeah, really. So, but the important thing to remember, a lot of people are there's a lot of fear that even though this was a huge victory, that they're somehow going to make CCWs harder to get than it was before.
It's like we slapped them. Now they're going to punch us.
Yeah, and I want to assure everybody that maybe there will be some bumps in the short term, but this, as long as we fight, as long as we stay organized and do the things that we need to do.
So we have to prove they did it purposely for it to be illegal.
Oh, well,
that's a different story.
Yeah, it's two different things. So the
No,
doxing
I know,
thing,
but it's still.
The doxing thing, honestly, is really, really difficult. As far as like a lawsuit, if Exxon or some corporation wrongs you, it's pretty easy to say, hey, here are the damages. We're taking you to court. But the reality is, it's actually very, 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 very difficult to sue your government. It's almost impossible to sue your government for damages, and it's because of the 11th Amendment. And which I think we do a whole show on how they the Supreme Court misinterpreted the 11th Amendment. Look it up, everybody. But what they've decided is, hey, you can't sue your government for damages. The other thing is, how do you prove damages? So even if we could prove damages, of course, if you could find somebody who was attacked or was hacked or something like that, and you found the person that did it, and you found out that the person that did it only did it because they found their information from being doxxed, there's a case. But then again, suing the government for damages is next to impossible.
And what you're going to spend in lawyer fees will curl your hair.
And if you win, the lawyer gets paid by the state. But that kind of stuff's really, really difficult to do.
Yeah.
But what we do want to definitely focus on is making sure that we put pressure on them and hold them accountable, making sure that the folks who are elected and are friendly with us.
Vote them out.
Well,
vote new in.
But the ones that are friendly with us, they need to step up and do anything, which is next to impossible.
More than nothing.
Better than nothing. But it's important to understand that the long game is to make sure that they don't get some of the stupid stuff done that they want to try to get done. Making it illegal to carry with a CCW.
But don't they think
anywhere.
if they keep it in court, if they keep coming up with all these silly ideas, and they know they're not going to win? I mean, they already know it. because it's frivolous. So they tie us up in court. Do you think that could be a goal?
Well, it could be, but Joe used to say, we used to talk about how, hey, we never get the injunction, right? We never get the injunction. I believe that this Supreme Court case is flips that. I think that we are going to be the team that gets the injunction now. It used to be that they'd say, law stands, and then it'll take 10 years for them to prove that it's unconstitutional or whatever. I think that with this, one of the advantages of having this new tool in our tool chest is that we are going to get the injunction now. Now, who knows what's going to happen in the Ninth Circuit, but I believe that we are going to get the injunction.
Mm-hmm. Well, you just can't give up.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was about to say too, and it's important that. And I say this in the article too. Like I feel like I'm getting preachy in the article at the end because I always tell people, "Hey, all right, now what can you do?" And the answer is always the same. And it's just like Michael says, get involved, step up, do something, figure out what it is you're good at, what you can do, and get in and do that kind of stuff. I mean, support groups because as these laws get proposed, things come out. There's going to be groups like Firearms Policy Coalition, Gun Owners of California. A number of good groups are going to bring these lawsuits. We'll do what we can to support that, and everybody should be doing that. And you got to get in there and step up and fight this. As they come up with these things, you got to knock them down one at a time as they come up because they are going to. I think what you just mentioned, they're going to try to do whatever it is they can do to make it more difficult for people to do this. Now, will they be successful? Probably not, but they're certainly going to try to do it.
They're going to tie you up for as long as they can.
There's all sorts of things they can do with fees, with requirements, with this, with that, with restrictions. So it's just people need to get together and they need to support the groups that are fighting this stuff.
Well, I've been directly involved with real true Second Amendment activism for something like 14, 15 years now. And I've been a gun owner in California since 1997, I believe. So that's however many years that is, 20-something. And I run into people over and over again, gun owners, who don't think anything good can ever happen. We'll never. Okay, well, a lot of good things have happened. A lot of bad things have happened, but a lot of good things have happened,
But
too.
that's what the left is hoping for.
Well, but the folks who are, I believe that they don't really think that nothing good can happen. I believe that it's an excuse for not being involved. And all that has been put to bed. We have 3 Supreme Court decisions. Since I started getting active, we've had 3 Supreme Court decisions that are on our side. We've gotten CCWs, which people said we never had. We got CCWs, and then we got a Supreme Court decision about CCWs. So everybody out there, if you're skeptical, if you know people that are skeptical, done. That's done. We've proven again and again. Now you have no excuse to not get involved. You have no excuse to either become a member of San Diego County Gun Owners or Orange County Gun Owners or Inland Empire. At the very least, $10 a month, $100 per year. But then also show up at a meeting. And say, hey, how can I get involved? What can I do? The people that are at the shooting socials, that are manning the tabletops, the people that are giving the CCW seminars like Joe does at Power Weapons and Gear twice a month, the people that are doing these things, that are growing the community and advancing the cause, they're not asking, what can I do? They already know. They already know what they can do because they're doing it. So if you really, truly want to feel fulfilled and get involved with us. We make activism easy. We say it. We mean it.
And it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. So, and also, Joe will teach you how to hunt a pig.
That's right. Clean it, gut it.
So when are you going again, man?
I'll tell you what I know. We're already, I've got my little envelope that I throw money in, so I've already started saving for the next one. But
what's it cost?
This one was altogether $850, I guess, and
$850. That's it.
which is I thought was completely reasonable. We drove up on Friday, we hunted Saturday, we drove back on Sunday.
Put you in a tent?
And put us in a nice 4-bedroom little farmhouse. There was a facility there, so what we ended up doing was, we got all the pigs. There's 8 people, so they got 8 pigs. We all go back to the farmhouse. There's an outbuilding there where the guides, they skin the pigs. They cut them in half, stuck them in the refrigerator or freezer.
Did you watch them?
And yeah, it was great. Well, I was drinking my beer because there's a little bar built off to the side of that facility as well. So and they did that. Then the next day we threw the meat in the cooler, brought it down. On the way home, we found the processor that my friend had used the last couple of years. So drop the meat off, and we'll go back and pick it up in a week or two. And,
Did you get a picture with your pig?
And we're done. I got all sorts of pictures.
What are you going to end up with as far after they get done processing it? Like, give us an idea.
So two things I did not ask for, because this is my first time, so I wanted to try out the different things, the different cuts. I did not get the ham steaks because they said you have to cure them and treat them and stuff. So I didn't feel like messing with that. I did not get bacon because the wild pigs are much more lean than the domestic ones are. So the bacon, they say, doesn't
Doesn't give you
doing.
what you want.
But I told them that, cut everything else. I definitely want back straps because I've made those before, and those are tasty. I got a good recipe for smoking those. The tenderloin, they're going to cut chops for me. They're going to give me ribs. So I'm going to try all that stuff out. The other thing I got was a bunch of sausage. So they're going to make me hot Italian and sweet Italian sausage. And then I'll see how all this tastes this year. And then next year I'll alter that maybe a little bit.
Did you get the tongue?
No tongue. I didn't see the heads. The heads they did away with.
When am I coming over, dude? I'm not even joking. When am I coming over for all that?
Yeah, let me get this stuff down here and we'll plan
How many
it
pounds
out.
did you say you fixed for him?
How many pounds? 77 is what we got.
So that's an afternoon.
I was going to say, I guess you go by yourself.
That's me and Joe in an afternoon right there.
And a case of beer.
I can fit that into the smoker, I think.
You, me, and the pugs.
You going to smoke it all at the same time?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
Probably not.
All right. Now that everybody's starving, thank you very much, Joe.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.